A woman's brain is divided into two. A woman's brain. A woman's brain is divided into two sides. A woman's brain is divided into two sides, where we have the left side and the right side. On the left side of a woman's brain, there is nothing right. And on the right side of a woman's brain, there is nothing left. Hey! I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Have you healed?
No.
So why not be single first?
That's not my choice.
Elaborate. What do you mean?
Well, it's not meant for everybody to be alone after a painful, depressing breakup, because that's how people kill themselves. Right. Some people go into a state of depression and they never get out of it because they want to isolate and say, until I get all my shit together, I don't even want to give love a shot. I think love can help you to love again, if you allow yourself.
What more do you want from me?
Let me stop playing. But I think it's really just to each his own. If being alone gets you to where you need to get, then do what you got to do and everything. But I don't think it's a problem for people to not want to be alone. We are social creatures. I think it's 100% okay. You know, and it don't necessarily have to be intimate love that you need to be around, that you need to have after a breakup or after a heartbreak. You know, you can just want to be around people that's loving, encouraging, loving and smiles and having a good time. It don't have to be intimate. That's where some people go wrong when they get close to somebody. They think that like, oh, we got to intertwine our genitals. No, sometimes you just get close to people to help you love again. Being lonely can become very depressing.
Men don't give a shit about no cooking and cleaning. I'm just going to keep it a being with y'all.
Wait a minute.
We was cooking and cleaning before we met y'all.
Okay.
We had to make ourselves a meal and we had to clean up the house before y'all got there.
Yeah.
Meaning that's not the things that we only and mostly need you to help for. You know what I mean? And women don't understand that a lot of time. They think
that's the foundation.
They think bringing that to the table makes them valuable. I promise you. Sex, cleaning, cooking, that shit don't make you valuable with men.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. I said, but make the value.
But that's not the make or break for most guys.
At all.
It ain't. It's how you support us emotionally.
Being his peace.
Being that peace. Those things are the most important things for guys. We living in a time where we all know I know how to cook my own and do it, not do. Is it appreciated when it's done for me? Absolutely.
Right.
But I know how to do that myself. I want you to give me something that sometimes I might not be able to give myself.
Correct. That's what it's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that support and that believing, believe in me, that type of emotional support.
It's exchange of strength and weaknesses.
Yep. Exchange of strengths and weaknesses. Yep. Build each other.
Yeah, 100%. For a woman to create a safe space for a man to, talk to. I don't want to say necessarily vulnerable because I don't necessarily agree with a man being too vulnerable with his woman. But in those times of need where, you can talk to somebody and be in a judge-free zone from a woman, oh, man. It's not a mountain high enough or a valley low enough that man won't go to make sure you stay happy, to make sure that woman get what she need to get. Cooking and cleaning and sex, I mean, we can get that. And we can ultimately pay for it as well. Anything but that safe space right there. Oh, man. Whew. Like my dad told me this when I was younger. Now I was like 11, 12 years old. He said, Junior, learn to cook and clean for yourself because a woman ain't going to always do it. Especially when she get mad at you.
Let's bring it back to my grandma, okay?
Here we go, you and your grandma.
What she said to me about men. Men are very visual, so don't forget that. She said, every day, just put a little makeup on, put on some nice underwear, and you'll keep your husband.
That's it?
That's what she told me.
You know, I think there's truth in that.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean, for me. I can't speak for all men, but I think men are visual. Aren't women visual too, though?
No, women need to be mentally stimulated.
Yeah.
I see. Would you like...
And I think I agree with it, what I'm saying, somewhat. And when she say mentally, I think what she mean when she say women need to be mentally stimulated, like you just got to create a space for her to be able to stimulate herself, because you can't stimulate somebody who don't want to be stimulated. Just create the space so she can stimulate herself, and then when it's time for you to come in and do your part, then go do your part. Have boundaries for her, but at the same time allow her to know like, okay, but you're still free to do things. It's just like Like, it's boundaries to what you got to do and to how you do it.
Okay, baby, I'm sorry. Simple. You know that I was Okay, baby, I'm sorry. You got a thing for my feelings, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Bow, 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 bow.
Put your glasses back on. Fit, 30 inches, of course, the mini skirt. Of course, we have the pandas, really, really cute.
There's two kinds of men. There's people who have their heart broken and let it destroy them, and there's the men who have their heart broken, can't sleep, so they're in the gym 3 times a day. If you walk into the gym right now and find the guys training hardest, he's probably lost his bitch. And most men have had a pretty similar story. Me, you, it's just how those events affect you and how you internalize them and how you use them to become who you are.
It's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Get anywhere in life, you have to work extremely hard. And you have to be disciplined. If you wanted to be a great piano player, there's no drug you can take, there's no self-help book, there's no guru. You got to spend 5 years, 10 years learning it until it becomes something that's second nature. There are no shortcuts. But if you learn that from an early age, like 10 years old or whatever, you see after a few years that an incredible pleasure happens where now you have mastery of this piano and you can play things you could never play before. Suddenly the whole thing opens up, this whole new universe. And that's the paradigm for everything meaningful in life. If you learn something well, if you learn a craft and you master it, it can bring you a far greater pleasure than any kind of drug or any kind of going out to a party or socializing. But you have to be patient, and you have to not be afraid of boredom, and you have to not be afraid of the effort.
Game is game. What's your thoughts about, smooching on the first date?
I think smooching on the first date is overrated, and yeah, you shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't kiss on the first date?
No.
You don't do that?
I don't do that.
So when can a guy kiss you then?
When he asked me to be his girlfriend.
So that long?
Yep.
So that could be like 3 months?
Could be.
So no sex, no kiss?
No, I'm not having sex till I'm married.
Oh, you're a virgin?
Gotcha, bitch.
That's a W to me.
You brush your teeth before breakfast or after breakfast?
After breakfast.
Thank you.
You do that shit before, your food get to tasting like mint and shit.
Thank you.
Your food be nasty.
Orange juice be.
You got orange
clean
juice.
as hell.
Ooh, orange juice with a toothpaste. Ooh. Hell no. Eggs with the toothpaste mouth.
Ooh.
Definitely afterwards.
Well, I've been hearing a lot of talk that men aren't protecting women anymore. And that's because men aren't supposed to protect women. A man is supposed to protect a woman.
What do you mean by that?
Now, if you want to be strong and independent and not have a husband there and have a man's protection, be under a man's covering, that is your problem.
Makes sense.
My husband signed up to protect me, not you. He signed up to protect me and the children. He is not jumping in front of a bullet. He is not putting himself in danger to make sure you are okay, so he could possibly lose his life and leave me alone with the kids.
Yeah,
that would never occur to him. So I'm sorry. Why don't you pick a husband, get the protection you feel you deserve so badly, and solve your own problem? Because it's not my husband's.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not gonna take nothing away from that, especially in today's time. I think if times was different, where people are appreciative, then then we can talk. But to go out and put your life on the line for somebody that ultimately can be ungrateful and leave your family behind, whew, that's a hard pill to swallow right there. Not interested, not interested. If you like she said, if you want protection, if you want these things, get your husband. know your brothers, know your fathers. You know, get men in your life that's willing to do these things for you.
And it ain't gonna be me, Aunt Jemima.
Like, share, subscribe, and I'm gonna get with y'all with the next video. I'm gonna give y'all 2 to the side. I'm out.